smell and teeth.
So, you know, the other week when you had to pop out,
Hmm.
you left your MacBook open on the desk.
Uh-huh.
So I thought, well, I know you like books. So I thought, well, a good idea here is if I buy you some books and have them shipped to me.
Okay, so hang on a minute. You bought some books.
No, I didn't buy them. You did.
That's
It's your account.
Okay, so I paid.
Yeah. And they were shipped to me, and I've read them.
Okay, are they good?
They're all right. One of them's pretty crap, but one of them's all right.
Okay.
It's the one I've got here now. It's called...
What, the crap one or the good one?
This is the good one, but funnily enough, it's called Crap.
Okay.
It's actually called Crap Lyrics by Johnny Sharp.
Okay.
And I've been reading this for the past few days. I thought it was fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read some of the lyrics in this book to you. Because I
Right.
know you're a bit of a lyricist. I can't write lyrics. I'm terrible at it. I'm not a singer. So I always get you to write lyrics. So I just thought I'd read you some of these lyrics.
Okay.
Because, give you some inspiration, perhaps.
All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going for that. Go.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
I don't want to see a ghost. It's the sight that I fear most. I can't stop laughing. It's like, I'd rather eat a piece of toast and watch the evening news.
Is that real?
That's real. That's Life by Desiree.
Okay.
But there's some...
Go on, next one.
This book's genius. Fiery demons all dance when you walk through the door. Don't say you're easy on me. You're about as easy as a nuclear war.
A lot of feeling there, wasn't there?
That was Duran Duran. There's another one. There's pink when I turn out the light. Pink, it's like red, but not quite.
Do you think they were colourblind?
That's Aerosmith.
Oh, no.
He's a genius. I love some of these. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Lucky that my breasts are small and humble, so you don't confuse them with mountains. That's Shakira. Whenever. Just a few more. These are some classics. You've got to read this book. It's brilliant.
Go on. I'm ready. If I can take it. Go on.
I've got a bike. You can ride it if you like. I know a mouse, and he hasn't got a house. I don't know why. I call him Gerald.
I'm lost for words.
he was too right in that, wasn't he?
Wasn't he?
That was Pink Floyd.
Wow.
Yeah, well, this is... the thing is, on Facebook, they all go, yeah, in the 70s, they knew how to write lyrics. Oh.
Go on, next one. I'm ready.
Right. 'Twas in the darkest depths of Mordor, I met a girl so fair, but Gollum and the evil one crept up and slipped away with her.
Do you think he was reading a book at the time when he wrote that?
That's Led Zeppelin. Rumble on. This is another one of those where they go on Facebook and go, they knew how to write songs back then. Oh, no, they didn't. Right, another one.
Okay.
There's only a
ready.
couple more.
Okay.
These
No,
are
I'm
just,
enjoying these. Go
these are
on.
just a few of my
I'm
favourites that I came
enjoying
to. Okay. I ran across a monster who was sleeping by a tree, and I looked and frowned, and the monster was me. Well, I said hello, and I said hello, and I asked why not, and I replied I don't know. So we asked a simple blackbird, who was happy as can be, and he laughed insane and quipped, Khalil Gibran.
Do you know?
That's David Bowie, that.
I'm just like, he's trying to absorb it.
This is what drugs do to you see.
Give me some.
Right.
Go on.
There's only a couple more. Do you want another one?
Oh, gosh, yeah, please, go on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Strong and warm and wild and free. Sexuality. Your laws do not apply to me. A nuclear submarine sinks off the coast of Sweden. That's a change of subject, isn't it? Jenny was writing that and watching the news, and then it came up on the news, so he wrote it down.
It was a mistake.
That's Sexuality by Billy Bragg.
Oh.
Okay, there's hundreds in here, but I'm not going to bore everyone. I'm just going to do one more.
Yeah, go on, please.
Are you ready? The subtext of this song, well, I've thought about it for so long. The context of this song, well, I could go on and on. South Yorkshire mass murderer, how can you sleep at night? The reason for this song, well, it may be a pointless one. The ending for this song, well, I haven't really thought of one. That's the Manic Street Peaches.
I don't know what to say.
So, reading this book, I mean, it's quite a thick book and it has an awful lot of kind of...
My money was well spent.
It was very well spent. It's genius. I mean, I've just got to read one more. I've just come across this one. Being Around by the Lemonheads. You ready?
Yeah.
If I was a booger, would you blow your nose? Would you keep it? Would you eat it? I'm just trying to give myself a reason for being around.
Oh, that did actually make me feel a bit sick at one point then.
So that's Crap Lyrics by Johnny Sharp. It's actually quite an interesting book about the importance of lyrics. Well, it's not even about the importance of lyrics. It's just basically a book
I might make you finish talking to me with one of them.
It's basically about crap lyrics.
It's a very good book.
It's interesting, and I was reading it and I was thinking, yeah. I mean, all these. I mean, we're talking Queen. There's Queen in here.
Yeah, I was going to say because some of those you read out, those were very well-known bands. They're very successful.
Well, yeah, it's like The Police, Don't Stand So Close to Me. He starts to shake, he starts to cough, just like the old man in that book by Nabokov. Well, everything's in here. Queen, Crash Test Dummies. I mean, Alice Cooper, School's Out. Well, we got no class and we got no principles. We ain't got no innocence. We can't even think of a word that rhymes. Well, these are all really big artists. As I say, there's Queen, there's The Police. Even the Beatles are in here. When people say the Beatles were geniuses, when you read these lyrics, they weren't. So I think it promotes an interesting conversation. Are lyrics important?
Well, maybe it depends on what stage the band is in their career.
Well, I mean, the thing is that some of these are quite late on in their careers.
Well, that's what I mean. Does it mean that as you get further on in your career and more well known, because lyrics are meant to connect with the listener?
But that was my impression as well. I mean, whenever I work with someone, we always try and connect with the listener. But then I think, is it a case of if you're writing a slow ballad love song or something very special, when you've just got like a piano and a cappella, for example, just a piano and a vocalist, I think then that the lyrics are important. But it also makes me think of something that I was always taught, is that some of the best lyricists don't speak English properly. Because the whole thing about it is that it's not really the lyrics that matter, it's more the melody of the lyrics that becomes important. But I think it works both ways. I mean, if you listen to the Spice Girls, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really would. Add infinitum.
Well, what do you want? Go on then.
Obviously, I want a zigga zigga, whatever. Well, I mean, what? Who wrote that? Well, that was a massive hit.
Maybe it's something that... You see, I always felt that it was that you had to connect. But yeah, they've realigned my brain now.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's one here. Everyone will know this one, right? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You say black, I say white. You say bark, I say bite. You say shark, I say hey man, Jaws was never my scene, and I don't like Star Wars. You say Rolls, I say Royce. You say God, give me a choice. You say Lord, I say Christ. I don't believe in Peter Pan, Frankenstein or Superman. All I want to do is bicycle. I mean, if you look at another one, Bohemian Rhapsody,
But
which everyone
don't you
says
think
was
as well,
genius.
when you now you're reading them out, and then you say that was such a person, you don't really think about the lyrics when you think about a lot of those songs.
Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody. I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? I mean, everyone says that this is an absolute classic song, but when you actually look at the lyrics, it's
break it down into pieces.
like Thunderbolt and Lightning, very, very frightening. Me, Galileo, 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 Figaro, Magnifico. You know, and you think, well, like Prince, Let's Go Crazy. Let's go crazy, let's go nuts. Let's look for the purple banana until they put it in the truck. So, I mean, obviously drugs have played a large role
Did
in
you say that was Prince?
That was Prince.
Does that go on? Didn't he do Purple Rain?
He did do Purple Rain.
Maybe he just like purple.
It could well be. I mean, he may have written about a purple banana and then thought, well, I'm going to do a bit of purple
Rain
rain with it.
That's how you get purple bananas.
Yeah.
Because it's very interesting because when we talk to people, like especially clients and that, they sometimes say, well, do we need lyrics in our music? If they're writing a uplifting trance or chill out or whatever. And everybody feels a little bit differently because some people do just want it to be music and they don't see the lyrics as important. But I always feel that that is just played with my head, that.
I think it's more perhaps the lyrical melody that is important. And if you can get some good words in there that actually kind of suit, then that's even better. But I mean, it's obvious that everybody struggles.
But do you think, and I'm going to say this, looking at that book that you've got, there's parts of those songs that I would recognise and you would say, yeah, those lyrics are really important. So maybe it's the different part of the track where the lyrics are important and that's what you need to consider. And then you can put any bits of lyrics in other bits because you're just filling a bit of a gap, aren't you?
Well, I suppose.
Yeah, you could read your shopping list out, couldn't you, sometimes?
Well, reading some of these, I think they have. But I just find it very interesting that, lyrics aren't as important as we tend to think they are, and it's more about a melody. I feel. I mean, I think that the chorus would be important because people sing along with the chorus, but I think the verses, I think it just goes to show that really you don't need to be the world's greatest lyricist.
No, and I think when you actually start listening to a lot of tracks, which is, I listen to a lot of the lyrics in tracks and like to sit and read them, it is quite noticeable that the first couple of lines I do feel appear to be very important because you're trying to capture the person listening. And then, as you say, the chorus is very important. And then there is a couple of other places that are important. But then there's lots of bits where you could just really, like you say, you could write anything.
Well, yeah, this is just make it up as you go along, which is what these seem to be doing. I'm actually quite surprised because obviously, I mean, you listen to songs and sometimes you can't quite pick out what they're singing and you just kind of make it up in your head. But when you read the real lyrics, you realise that, well, actually, you're talking about a lot of shit, really, aren't you?
But that's a point that you've just made, that there are lots of songs out there with lyrics, and when you're actually listening to them, say in the car or in the shower or, pottering about, you can't make out what they've said. So you don't know if they've said a load of rubbish, and it's like you say, it's the melody that you're listening to, and you can interject your own words into it. Because your brain does, because your brain is trying to work out what was said. So then you sing along and you think you're saying the right thing and you're singing the wrong thing completely. So that's a really good point, that maybe it doesn't really matter what the lyrics are. Yeah,
but I still prefer listening to a song where there are lyrics that make some sense. You know what I mean? Like, as I said before, really, if you're doing just a piano piece and vocals, you've really got to make some sense. I think there's some great lyricists out there, but I think also some terrible ones. And I find it quite amazing how terrible lyrics are really getting around. And these are by established artists. I mean,
but they are people, as you say, that have made a very big career of music and have got a lot of releases behind them. Maybe, I'm going to throw it in there, maybe they started to run out of material. Yeah, if you've got to produce, I mean, there might have been times for some of them where they had to produce on a contract so many tracks. So they would just like, oh God, we've got to produce. That sounds good. The chorus bit sounds good. Oh God, we've got to try and get something that fits in there. Or just shove that in and let's record it.
What? R.E.M. Yeah, I've just come across this one. Oh, life is bigger than me, and you are not me. Late spring, and you're drifting off to sleep with your teeth in your mouth.
I don't know what to say to that. I mean, that's like, yeah, okay. So you've not got false teeth anyway. That's a plus, isn't it? They're not in the jar next to you.
it just comes out as kind of desperate, really, doesn't it? I've got nothing to put here, so I'm just going to make something crap up.
I mean, they do say that when you write lyrics, you shouldn't be writing as a poem. So that's the first thing they always do say. And that's really important. And you've got to think of something that will connect with your listener.
I think it is important that you connect with your listener, but obviously, I mean, it seems to be that you only need to connect with your listener on the chorus. Because one of the big things I was always taught is where the chorus drops from the chorus back into the verse, those final few words of that chorus are the key to the song, because that's what everybody really remembers. So I'd say the chorus matters, but I'd obviously say that the rest of it doesn't really, does it? It's not right. Look, I loved reading this because it was, AC/DC.
Yeah, go on.
Let me put my love into you, babe. Let me cut your cake with my knife.
So I'm going to stop you now, right? Have you put any really bad lyrics into a track? Should your lyrics be in that book? Is this something I'm going to have to put in musical musings?
I've not fully finished this book yet, crap lyrics.
Oh my God, you might be in it.
No, I'm hoping that I'm not.
I think it's interesting because when people often, as they say, they identify with a song, and you'll get a lot of people who'll go, "Oh, that's my favourite song," and I always sometimes they'll tell me what it is, and then I think, did you actually listen to the lyrics?
I think the next time we see it on Facebook, because I see it quite often, I see it going past, and it's a picture of some artist from the 70s and then some artist from 2019 or something like that, and they kind of go, this was a real lyricist, this was real music. It's kind of, now I've read this book, no, it fucking wasn't. And they were just as bad then as they are now, really.
Right, I'm going to go and read that book.
Yeah, it's an interesting read. If anyone's interested in it, we're not actually promoting this book. I'm not being paid. I just found it a fascinating book. It's actually Crap Lyrics by Johnny Sharp, and it's an interesting read if you're a lyricist.
Thank you.
It's Mo and